Welcome to the Explorer Chronicles, a channel devoted to Ford Lincoln Mercury vehicles. I am Kris. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite vehicles. We are breaking down the top 5 reasons to own a first generation Ford Explorer. There are many reasons why to own this iconic SUV. I asked owners for feedback on why they thought it was so special, and this is the most common responses I got. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel as we are really trying to grow this channel and we need your help to do so. But before we get onto the list, let's get into the history of this bold SUV from 1991 to 1994. The first generation Explorer hit the market in the spring of 1990 as a 1991 model year. It was a sales success from the very beginning, outselling its competition. It was difficult for dealers to keep them in stock. With MSRP starting under $20,000, there was a clear demand. These Explorers were exclusively built at the Louisville assembly plant, where a total of roughly 1.3 million were built alongside its rebadged cousin, the Mazda Navajo, with roughly 37,000 produced. The first generation Explorer was a fan favorite from the very beginning, spawning online communities like the Explorer Forum, which is still a very active community to this day. Click the link below for Explorer Forum in the description. So let's get on to why you're really here. Let's talk about the top 5 reasons to own a Ford Explorer from the first generation. Number 5, the interior, cargo, and passenger dimensions. Let's face it, guys, this is the reason why the Explorer sold so well. The Explorer had 81.6 cubic feet of cargo space compared to the 71.7 of the Jeep Cherokee and 74.3 for the Chevy S10 Blazer. Even in 1993, the Grand Cherokee hit the market, the Explorer still beat it by an additional 2 cubic feet. Ford achieved this by moving the spare tire under the frame behind the rear axle and freed up the cargo space in the interior.
Just reverse the procedure to stow the spare. Turn the crank clockwise until you hear the override click.
The front and rear seat entry and legroom was best in class, with multiple trim options, plus 2 and 4-door variants to choose from. The Explorer was ahead of the game. Number 4, serviceability. This is a big plus for the Explorer even to this day. These are very simple vehicles to work on with countless service parts available. These Explorers can still be on the road 30 plus years later. The best part of repairing these 90s vehicles is that they combine the ease of repairs without specialized computer equipment. To pull a check engine light, all you need is a paperclip. Even when I got my 92 as my first vehicle as a 19-year-old kid, I was able to pick up the tools and learn how to work on them. During my first 3 years of ownership, with the help of my father, I was able to convert my 2-wheel drive to a 4-wheel drive in a small 2-car garage in a weekend. Number 3, the 4-liter reliability. The 4-liter V6 was the only engine option for the 91 to 94 Explorer. The roots of this engine dating back to 1962 with the 2-liter V6. The 4.0 packed a whopping 155 horsepower until 93 when it got its 5 horsepower bump. It was built at the Cologne, German engine plant. This pushrod V6 was overall very reliable. While not very powerful, it did get the job done for its truck applications. Perfect for hauling your family, towing a boat, etc. With proper maintenance, these could easily go 500,000 miles. Although poor maintenance would hurt these engines if they were ran without coolant, lack of oil changes, which could end its life early by blowing a head gasket or cracking its cast iron heads. The 4-liter engine was overall very reliable and was used in 2001 when it was finally discontinued in its favor of its single cam brother, which lasted until 2011. Number 2, the 4-wheel drive systems. These Explorers had 2 different 4-wheel drive systems available. The most common was the push-button shift on the fly with auto-locking hubs. This means you did not even have to exit the vehicle to increase traction in poor conditions. The second offering was the manual shift transfer case with manual locking hubs. Both were available with the automatic and manual transmissions. The manual transfer case option was available in all trim levels except for the Limited. All first generation Explorers utilized the twin I-beam front suspension design. That was later phased out for the upcoming second generation Explorer. First introduced in 1965, it was an alternative to solid axle front ends. It improved ride quality on and off-road. These suspensions can take a lot of abuse, which makes them very popular in the pre-runner modding community. Okay guys, this is why you stuck it out to the end of this video. The number one reason why to own a first generation Ford Explorer is exterior styling. When Ford was first designing the UN46 platform, later named the Explorer, it was not just a lengthened Bronco 2. The styling made a huge splash. The Explorer had unique features like limo-style doors, drip-free roof channels, split tailgate, low step-in height, and more. I can vividly remember the first Explorer I ever saw. It was a big deal. It was the SUV to own, with directional wheels, a bold face. When you see one driving down the road, even by today's standard, it stands out. It even ended up in hit movies such as Jurassic Park and Hocus Pocus.
Hello! Let me see you drive it first.
This alone is reason enough to own one of these iconic Explorers. All right guys, this wraps up the top 5 reasons to own a first generation Explorer.
Oh, there it is.
Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my list? Do you think that I left something off? Also, do you want me to make a video of another Ford Lincoln Mercury vehicle? Post in the comments down below, and please remember to subscribe, hit that bell notification for future videos. I'm Kris Gilbo, keep exploring, and see you next time.